Dogs Out is a fun-loving company who stresses on dog satisfaction and overall customer satisfaction. But as a company, how do we do this? To implement our motto, it is crucial we find the right employees and place them in the right job. This all depends on you. When interviewing our future employees, you are assessing each candidate and determining if one meets our company's expectations and qualifications. But how do we do this? You are here today to learn how to properly conduct an interview. I will first have you view an untrained interview, and then secondly, we will critique on how well the interviewer performed throughout the interview. We will then coach the interviewer on how to properly conduct an interview. And then we will view the trained interview. And lastly, we will conclude today's session.
I got an interview. Alright, pick it up. Okay. Alright. Okay, alright, bye. Sorry. Yo, bring it in.
How's it going?
How you doing? What's your name again?
Chris.
Chris, can I get you some coffee?
I'll take a coffee.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here you go. Thanks.
Keep it up. So, what's your name again?
Chris.
So, tell me about yourself, Chris. Got any kids? Wife, maybe?
I am married. 3 years.
3 years? Wow.
But no kids yet.
Not yet. Wow. Oh, well. Guess we should get this thing started. So, the dog walker, it's pretty easy. Anybody can do it as long as you can walk 2 hours a day. Seen pregnant chicks about to pop do it before, honestly. I'm sure you've read the qualifications, the job description.
I have.
You should have, at least. How old are you?
23.
23. You've been married 3 years. 23. Got any hobbies? Anything you do for fun?
Sports bars.
Sports bars.
Watching
I like
football
that.
games.
That's a check. It's a big check right there. Tell me why you want to be a dog walker.
Been in the business for a couple years. I love doing it. Dogs are awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are.
So
yeah. Well, perfect. Honestly, it's gonna be a hell of a winter. But other than that, you know. Oh shit. Oh, it's John. Hold on a second. Yo, what's up? No, I'm not busy. No, I'm in an interview. He's cool though. He's cool. But yeah, beer's lit. Cool. Yeah, I love beer. Yeah. Invite that new secretary we just hired. She's pretty cute. All right. See you, John. All right. Sorry about that. I had to take that. So, Chris, do you have a dog?
I do. Got a German Shepherd.
Do you? Nice. Do you walk him daily?
Twice a day.
Twice a day. If you could be one dog right now, what would it be? Go.
Without a doubt, German Shepherd.
German Shepherd. Why?
Because they're vicious, they're aggressive, and that's how I am.
I like that. I'd be a Rottweiler. You know why? Because they're vicious and aggressive. That's what we need around here. People like you, because we're men, all right? We run this place. We're the best dog walkers in town. You need to act like it. Bosses do boss things. You know that, right?
Oh, I know that.
That's right. Check. So, well, you sound like the perfect candidate. I mean, you're aces in my book. You've got great work ethic. I can tell. You're self-motivated. I can tell from your suit. Can't think of any other questions. You want to get some drinks sometime? Maybe?
Yeah. Let's go out tonight.
Cool. All right. Well, I don't know how I'm gonna call you, but you pretty much aced it, so you probably got the job. So, yeah, man, keep it real.
All right.
Yeah.
How do you think the interviewer did? The interviewer could use some improvement. There were some positives throughout the interview. The interviewer was good at keeping the control during the interview. The interviewer also kept good eye contact throughout the interview. And there were some negatives to the interview. The interviewer showed too much control, coming off as a little too aggressive. The interviewer was too personal with the interviewee. And the interviewer was too distracted during the interview. Here's some tips on how to properly run an interview. Step 1. You want to make sure that you are prepared beforehand. Have a copy of the candidate's resume ready. Have a list of questions that you will be asking the candidate. Have a page for notes so you can write anything important down. Also, no distractions. Make sure all cell phones are off and take all calls beforehand. It's common courtesy. Second, you want to greet the interviewee with a firm handshake and introduce yourself. Third, you want to stay calm, collected, and in control throughout the interview. A good way to maintain control during the interview is to have a proper introduction. During the introduction, let the candidate know what will be going on during the interview and the process. 4. Do not ask any personal questions or any questions that may violate any legal acts. 5. You want to strive for open-ended questions and away from yes-no questions. This will help us to get a more detailed, thorough answer. 6. Use the interviewee's resume to your advantage. If you get stuck on a question and do not know what to ask next, you may look at the resume as a guide. 7. Do not overpromise to the interviewee. 8. You want to give the interviewee a time frame as to when you will be contacting them. And lastly, 9. Remember, you are representing our company. This is a huge responsibility, and you must remember it is crucial to be professional. Now, let's view the second interview.
Hello. Thomas Stevenson, nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Joseph.
Have a seat.
Thank you for your time.
So, Joseph, my purpose here today is to find out about you. If I determine that you're potentially a good fit, you're the type of person I feel like I could work with, we'll invite you back for a second interview. We certainly don't make hiring decisions based on just one interview. What I'm going to do is ask you a series of qualifying questions. Joseph, have you lived in Buffalo your whole life?
I have. I'm born and raised.
Good. So I am hoping that you have an understanding of our weather and how to act accordingly. This is a year-round job that requires you to work in all weather conditions. Are you okay with that?
I am. That was my biggest problem with my last job. It was seasonal, and I need something that's more year-round.
Good. What can you bring to this company that no one else can?
Well, first off, I love dogs, and I've grown up with them my whole life. So I would say that I have an understanding of their behavior, and I have a strong work ethic, and I'm very reliable.
So if you say you have a strong work ethic, can you give me an example of when you displayed this?
Well, in my last dog walking job, the next walk I did a no-call, no-show, and I volunteered to take their shift without being asked first.
That's good. You say on your resume that you're self-motivated. Can you give me an example of how you do this?
Well, I often start projects on my own without direction from others because I enjoy it. Compared to most people my age, I have more self-discipline, more willingness to try new things.
So if you say you're good at being self-motivated is one of your strengths, what would be your biggest weakness?
I would have to say I am overly detail-oriented. In some instances, where it may take a person 5 minutes to complete a task, it may take me 10 minutes. But that's not always a bad thing.
Since you do take longer to complete tasks than others, as a company, we do have a certain schedule you must follow with each customer. This involves transporting, walking, and cleaning dogs in a timely manner. Tell me, Joe, how do you work under stress?
Even though it may take longer, I am good at completing everything in a timely manner. While some may rush through the task, I decide to take my time with it. I also stay calm throughout the task. From experience, one tends to make more mistakes when they are anxiously trying to complete something. And furthermore, I believe that I work best under stress because I see it as a driver.
I see. On your resume, you claim to be goal-oriented. In your opinion, what's the best way to set and achieve goals?
Well, I write everything down and keep track of what needs to be done. I try to always give time frames of what needs to be done and when it needs to be done by.
Well, you seem to be very detail-oriented. That is something our company does need. As a dog walker, you must log each dog activity and then keep note of anything particular about the dog. You stated that you have an understanding of dog behavior, but this will give you the technical terms our company uses for them. We have put together through a training process that will guide you through each step. This will be a 2-week off-the-field process. Is this something you're interested in?
Yes, I'd love to learn more about dogs and how they behave. It seems like a nice experience.
Good. This will tell you how to react in certain situations that may often happen as well. Tell me, Joe, what would happen if 2 dogs started a quarrel?
Well, in terms of understanding that both dogs were leashed, I would see how the owner reacts to the situation. Normally, this will tell me how the dog will react. I do believe in safety as well, for my safety, the dog's safety, and the other person's safety. I would use a dog whistle to clean the dog. After I get the dog separate, I would immediately leave and take the dog to the clinic to make sure it is okay. From there, I will contact the dog's owner and then go to company management.
That's a great response. As a company, we do put a big stress on safety and satisfaction. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, actually, can you tell me what a typical workday consists of?
Of course. In this packet in front of you, turn to page 4 and we can review this. Follow along. You will have the day scheduled. You will have to report on location at your scheduled time for a briefing as to what you'll be doing for that day. This will be held by the supervisor on location. During this time, you will get a schedule of dogs for the day along with notes about the dog that may be of importance. You will then transport the dog to the nearest park for walking, and you will walk them for the amount of time on the path that was directed for you, and then safely return each dog. You must make sure to give each dog water and a treat, which we will provide for you. If the dog is not clean, you will have to bathe them, and for this, the company includes a portable tub in the van. You are required to take an hour break during the day, in which we will have scheduled for you. At the end of the shift, you will return to the company's location, log your activities for the day, and that is it.
So what happens in the instance I go off schedule?
We try to eliminate this with giving ample travel time, but we do understand that things sometimes happen. This is where we make sure that our employees have good communication skills. If you are running late, you will have to contact us through the company's cellular phone and we will make accommodations.
I see. Well, a company phone and vehicle are definitely some benefits. Does the company offer this position any other benefits?
We do not offer any health or dental benefits, seeing as this is a part-time position. However, we do offer $15 an hour compensation and a bonus if eligible every 6 months.
So what does this bonus depend off of?
Well, each month we send out to our clients a survey as to how satisfied they are with the company and the dog walker. Depending on how well they rate you, we have a scale that calculates your bonus from there. If we decide to continue the hiring process, we will get more into detail with the bonus system. Do you have any other questions?
No, I do not. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Joe, for coming in today. This is a company decision, and after further review of your application and resume, we will be contacting you. If we decide that you are a good fit in the company and the type of person we need for this position, we will invite you back for a second interview. This interview will be more hands-on, where we'll be able to see how you behave with the dogs and vice versa. We will contact you within the next week to let you know the status of this.
Okay, thank you for your time, Mr. Stevenson.
How do you think the interviewer did? Much better. You can tell that after the interviewer was coached and trained, they performed much better in the second interview. The interviewer was able to keep control and stay professional throughout the interview, which resulted in a smooth interview. This also resulted in a better performance from the interviewee. Remember that conducting an interview does take some time, and it does take a lot of practice. Just keep in mind to stay calm, in control, and most importantly, to be confident. This will help you to represent our company in a professional manner, as well as to conduct a proper interview. Who Let the Dogs Out wants to thank you for viewing How to Conduct a Proper Interview.